So, it's been a minute since we hung out together, so let's catch up. I'm Dave, and I'm attempting to ride a 500-mile loop across Central Florida from coast to coast. After a bumpy false start due to a dead GoPro battery, I enjoyed a beautiful ride down the East Coast for a very productive first day and camped at Gemini Springs. Then, I got off course by making several wrong turns the second day, but managed to push hard through the Withlacoochee Forest the third day and made up time. I skipped releasing episode 4 last week because I worked on a cruise. And we all watched this happen. So let's resume now with the beginning of day 4.
Well, here we are. It's day 4, mid-morning, and a ride day just turned into a 0 day. You remember what I said yesterday about doing difficult things, doing hard things, and things that challenge your ego and things that you need to learn from? Well, that's today. So I'm here taking a down day because a couple reasons. One, my resting heart rate just did not recover overnight. I'm also at my daughter's house, and so it's great to connect with her, and just by her generous offer, she said, hey, look, man, just stay another night. And so I am, and trying to recover, and we'll get after it again tomorrow. We also have some pretty substantial weather coming in, another front, and some serious cold weather for Florida. Freeze warnings coming in for Monday night through Thursday. So I'm gonna need to think about how I'm gonna do the route from here on out, and think about reworking my gear a little bit to be able to withstand the temperatures, because I'm only going to be camping hotel maybe tomorrow night, but then the next 2 nights will be camping, and so I'm going to have to figure out the best way to camp in those temperatures. So I have to figure it out, and maybe get a couple of more items to be able to sleep in 30-degree temperature. I've got the sleeping bag 30-ish, but it's just the getting in and out and trying to stay warm through the night. So all the things, not excuses, just reasons, and we'll get after it again tomorrow.
Well, after a sufficient blow to my ego, my daughter and my son-in-law put together an amazing breakfast. And then, after a morning of wonderful family time together, I started to feel a second wind. With a forecasted cold front coming the next day, it made sense to ride up the road a half day to take another chunk out of the loop. So my daughter and her family hopped on their bikes and led me on a nice group ride out of town. It was super special.
I said there was a surprise, and I was going to take a day off, but we decided to roll out. And here's a surprise. It's my daughter, Rebecca. I'm getting an escort out of town.
He's doing it!
Getting an escort out of town here, back on the track.
No slack in this family.
No slack. So we're in Starkey, and we're heading out. And the whole fam is here.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful day, and it's amazing what a half day of recovery will do. So, wow, what a day. So I woke up this morning, as you saw, and I was just shredded. My resting heart rate overnight was awful after 3 hard days of riding. Talked to my daughter. She's like, hey Dad, just stay here. And I'm like, man, that'd be awesome. Take a day. But then after an amazing breakfast, my son-in-law, my daughter put together an amazing breakfast, and I just started to recover through the morning. And just a morning of fellowship together, and just that feeling of family was awesome. And I just got a second wind. And as you can see, it's just a gorgeous day. And they're like, hey, let's ride you out of town. And that was so cool. I feel like a new person. My legs are still exhausted, but it's just part of the process. And I'm gonna get a half a day up the road. So I look at the forecast, and we got some pretty severe weather coming in tomorrow afternoon, and it would have been an 80-mile day, and I would have gotten, probably more likely than not, get caught right in it. So I decided to see if I can get about 30 miles up the road this afternoon and lessen that chunk tomorrow, and that would be part of a better journey. So that's the goal, and so we're gonna head up the road. All right, I just reached the southernmost point of this trip. Just turned right on the Pinellas Trail. And heading north. Today is a nice day. And we'll see how far I can get today. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful through here. Tarpon Springs. Everybody's out enjoying the day. So here I am at US 19, waiting to get across. Pinellas County Trail was closed back there, so I'm trying to reroute myself around to get to the Gulf Coast. We'll see what happens. It's like no warning, just a big gate closed, and we'll try to get back on track here. Okay, here we are, 2 attempts. Cannot get to the Pinellas Trail. Closed, being restored.
Well, it turns out that a major section of the Pinellas County Trail, a segment known as Elfer's Spur, was closed indefinitely. I made 2 attempts to rejoin the trail, but was forced to backtrack to the always busy US 19 to continue my journey north. So, it was a short day, but I did manage to find a hotel north of Port Richey and take another chunk out of the loop. I've learned not to take any miles for granted, and tomorrow is another day. Working my way up the Gulf Coast. We're in Old Florida here.